Malibu Dan. Malibu Dan. Surprise! It's episode 7. Surprise party, surprise!
Surprise party, surprise. What an episode title. And you will be surprised by the surprise in this surprise.
It's endless. It's a Russian nesting doll of surprises put together by Bam Wallets himself.
Bam Wallets really shined in this episode. I really liked his scene.
Me too. I have a note here that says like Bam Wallets is growing on me. I wasn't sold on the first couple times he showed up, but this episode I went, yeah, I get who this Bam Wallets is. I like Bam Wallets.
Well, it seemed like they were like, do your character from Seinfeld. There was actually some stuff written for him that was funny. And it just worked this time.
Mm-hmm. It was good, but we're a long way from Bam Wallets. We got a whole bunch of stuff we got to talk about first. Welcome to Midweek Freak Treat, the Malibu Dan, the Family Man, episode 7, Surprise Party, Surprise. Which endless surprises.
Yeah, we were so far from Bam Wallets that we didn't even introduce the podcast yet.
No, we didn't. We were we were so excited to talk about John O'Hurley.
Yeah.
Has John O'Hurley done anything else besides Seinfeld, and this show, Malibu Dan the Family Man?
I'm sure he's in an episode of Simpsons, you would think.
Maybe, yeah. Probably like season 22.
With his, like, gravitas?
Yeah, that's a good point, eh? He probably, yeah. Well, I'll look him up right now. John O'Hurley. Let's see.
Eh?
Yas. I don't know. He's in a lot of stuff. This is going to take me a while to look through. I don't really
Yeah, he's probably like bit parting it up in like everything.
Exactly.
You think he'd be in Days of Our Lives 2, Electric Shoe?
I mean, he was on a sitcom. He was on All My Children. He was on, on a soap, yeah.
What a weird title for a show, All My Children.
Especially considering everyone on the poster is an adult.
How'd they pitch that one?
Well, here's the thing. We're all someone's child. We're all someone's daughter. We're all someone's son. Take a look at each other through the barrel of a gun, you know?
We're all God's children.
That is certainly true. And you know who is the brightest and the shiniest star of God's children? Malibu Dan, the Family Man.
The Family Man.
David A.R. White, if you're listening, hit us up for that sponsorship at pureboyspod@gmail.com or at pureboyspod on Twitter.
Dan is a real sweet boy in this one.
He is a sweet boy. Like, saccharine, though. Too sweet. Sweet to the point where I was like, you're giving me diabetes, Dan. They're like, this is too much. You're laying it on way too thick. You're sweeter than a lemon chiffon pie.
Yeah, diabetes me.
Ooh, diabetes you. I love you.
I love you.
So this episode opens, and we finally get to see them in their snowsuits from the intro. I was so excited, and then very disappointed to find out what it was about. Like in the intro, you'll see in the intro, on the opening credits, there's like a bunch of clips.
Too early for a Bill Cosby impression.
For a John Madden impression. That's a good point. Yeah.
Was that John Madden?
Yeah, that was John Madden. He was calling some plays. You see, the Tennessee Titans. That's a football team, right?
Yeah, they scored the touchdown.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. But in the opening credits, you see them in their. I'm not gonna be able to say you see. I've ruined it. People will see Dan and Holiday in ski suits, and they're like, ooh, shivering, and you go, well, what could that be about? And it turns out that it's because the gas heater broke in the studio, and now it's 49 degrees in the studio. And you go, well, that doesn't sound that cold. That's because it's not. It's 9 degrees Celsius. It's plus 9 degrees.
Yeah, we use the metric system here in Haiti.
Yay. Gang. And so Holiday and Dan are acting like it's... I mean, I get it. They're in Malibu. They're not used to the cold. But, like, Holiday's looking on her phone being like, it's colder here than it is in Alaska. And I went, no, it's not. It's 1,000% not cold. It's not warmer than +9 degrees in Alaska right now. That's stupid, Holiday. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 5 in the morning, it's always like -20 there.
Right? Exactly. And it would be 5 in the because they're in the same time zone, I would imagine.
Yeah, tip to taint.
Exactly.
The US.
So it's utter nonsense. So Holiday, you're being dramatic, and Dan, you're being dramatic, and everyone's being dramatic. I didn't catch what the guest name was, though. Did you catch the guest name?
Usually this is where I shine in all of our Mamanu Dan to Bambini Man episodes. But I did not write down the name this week.
Me neither. I was
Sharon Stone.
Sharing Stones.
Yeah.
And
Stones.
she comes in with I feel like this woman has been a guest on the show before, though. She looked familiar, right? I was like, I think you were in an episode 2 episodes ago or something.
Yeah, her forehead is very familiar.
Yeah. I mean, geez, in the last year we've had, I say that about a lot of people now. You look really familiar from the eyes up. I recognize that about people a lot more.
Yeah, it's weird seeing people's mouths nowadays, hey?
I had somebody, somebody was like, "Oh, can I get a Kleenex? I need to blow my nose." And I just they took their mask down to blow their nose, and I just stared at them. I just stared at their face while they blew like a rude jerk. Just stared at someone blowing boogers out of their nose. But I was just like, "Wow, a mouth and a nose. It's so interesting looking. Look at all those bugs."
Yeah. Our mouths are now naughty bits that are covered up.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can do some naughty stuff with our mouths, like cuss and put things in them and around them. So.
Tell me more.
Ooh, did she put up a fight? So the guest on the show this week, the opening guest on the show this week is like some, I don't know, broad who invented a 5.
Ooh. I don't think you can say broad anymore, especially with the Bill Cosby voice.
To see this broad, she invented 500 SPF sunscreen.
Oh, natural giggity.
Your Bill Cosby is much weirder than mine. Yours is much more sexual than mine.
I can only say, you see.
Mine is very sexual behind closed doors. Yours is very sexual right up front, much like the real Bill Cosby.
Yeah, front doors.
Exactly. John Madden, we love you. Are you dead? Is he dead? He must be, hey?
I think he might be almost dead.
Otherwise, you'd see him on, like, Sports Center. Like, he'd be on stuff. John Madden is... Well, he's got football games, but you'd see him in things. You'd see him in things, but you don't.
You'd think if he was dead, though, wouldn't they bring him back as a hologram?
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
That would be great, wouldn't it? Him with The Weeknd?
What's up, Coachella? I'm John Madden. What's up, Coachella?
You see, the thing about this song is I'm about to sing it.
You see these blinding lights. Did you ever see the Tupac hologram?
I think I saw it in the corner of my eye once.
That's a shadow monster coming to steal your soul.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't recall it fully in my memory, but I know I've seen it.
It sucked. It's not like they hyped it up like it was a cool thing. And I didn't see it when it happened. Obviously I wasn't at Coachella, but I watched it later and was like, oh, that's it, huh? Just like, it's a piece of glass that they projected Tupac on. Okay, well, I guess that's cool. I don't know.
That did happen like 10 years ago, didn't it now?
Yeah. And then the only other hologram I can think of is when Will.i.am showed up to an Anderson Cooper interview via hologram. And then that's it.
They're just testing it out. Once they get it down pat in like 10 years, we'll be seeing Tupac everywhere.
Tupac for president, 2024. Republican ticket.
Tupac hologram.
Well, and like, they don't need holograms because they just have deep fakes. So we can just deep fake everything at this point. It's all that we really need. You don't need a hologram. You just deep fake like Omar Epps to look like Tupac now. It doesn't matter.
Do you think Arlen's a real actor or is he just a deep fake?
I think Arlen is a Muppet that they've deep faked a person onto.
Yeah, he does look cottony.
Yeah,
and that's not racist, right?
I don't think so. You could call people cottony in this. You can't scream it at people as you drive by them in your car, but you can say it about somebody in the context of how they look like a Muppet, for sure.
And Arlen's just tan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough.
This opening ends. Oh, we also find out that Wake Up Malibu is a 2-hour show. So I guess it starts at 5 and it goes till 7, or it starts at 5:30.
5 to 7.
Which that seems like that seems like the most useless morning show imaginable. Because at least if it goes till like 9, then people are up making breakfast, doing stuff. Who is the 5 to 7 crowd for this show? Who's watching this in California?
Well, this is the crappy pre-morning show before the real good show comes on with,
Dan Rather.
Yeah, the most famous morning host of all time, Dan Rather.
I was trying to think of someone from Canada AM, and I couldn't. Lisa LaFlemme. I got it.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. with Lisa LaFlemme. So the opening ends with everyone looking into the camera, which I didn't enjoy. I hate when they do that on this show, when they just look into the camera. I'm like, don't acknowledge it. It's awful.
No coaches this week. They did like an intro to the show too, which was
that's true. They're really building out this show. You could probably piece together a 2-hour episode of Wake Up Malibu from all of the little pieces that we get from it.
They had some continuity in this episode. It seemed like they painted the house too. Things seemed better this episode.
Well, that's I mean, the interior of the house was certainly brighter than it usually is for some reason, but I think they just turned up the lights too much. It was like way too bright, especially near the end. Everyone like was glowing. You're like, turn it. Is that the light of God shining down on people? Turn it down, David.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. We get a bunch of guest stars spoiled for this episode during the opening credits, and we also find out that Farty Marty's last name is Dankles. Because they say like Robin Givens as Jessica Dankles. I'm like, Dankles? God. Hi, I'm Farty Marty Dankles. That's my Christian name.
That's a cool name. He probably got a lot of street cred.
For sure. Well, he was a drug dealer. With a name like Dankles, how would you not become a weed dealer at least?
Yeah, big chain like that. Ooh,
I forgot about his chains and his pork pie hats.
Yeah, that's Dankin on the Dankles.
Yeah, he looks like Bruno Mars.
I think he is Bruno Mars, but they hologram him down for the live performances.
Oh, you think Bruno Mars is a big rotund round man, and then they just make him look skin and sexy?
Farty Marty.
That would be an insane thing to reveal in the last episode. That just like, oh, by the way, Farty Marty's been Bruno Mars this whole time. We never put him in the credits or anything, so you never knew that he was playing Farty Marty Dankles, but that's who it was.
What a huge get that would be.
I mean, arguably the biggest get they've ever gotten.
I don't know, Eric Estrada for one scene.
Bigger than Eric Estrada.
Nothing's bigger.
Not even Cosby in the 80s.
Nope.
That episode might not have come out yet. I don't. No, wait. This will be. This is like in the far. This one's coming out like 8 weeks from when we record it. So
This one's the farthest one.
It's certainly true. Yeah, you're right.
And as I always say when we bring up continuity, frick the listener.
That's true. Listen to them in whatever order you want. It literally doesn't matter. Like there's no continuity on this show in terms of an episode leading into another. Like there's no stories that cross over. So whatever. You listen to these in whatever order you want. It doesn't matter.
Until the finale, there's a part 1 and 2 for the finale of this season, and I cannot wait.
I really hope that in like the final episode of Malibu Down Reloaded, they do like an Avengers Endgame thing where they go back to like the first episode and he's like, I don't remember anything about the first episode. I tried to like think of a joke, but I can't remember a single thing about other than they're in bed at one point. That's the only thing I remember about it. You see Dan's feet. There you go. He goes back and goes, cover your toesies up. We don't want you on men's wiki feet this quickly.
And Well, he is, isn't he? Didn't you look that up on
He
the
is.
first
No,
episode?
but I'm saying like the finale of Malibu Dan is him going back in time to cover Dan's feet so he doesn't end up changing the timeline so he doesn't end up on men's wiki feet because that's a sin. That's cruel.
That's a fun episode. That would be really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Tell me anything about the first episode. What happens in the first episode of this show? Tell me what it's called. Tell me anything about it.
Malibu Dan, the Family Man? Is
Yeah.
that what it's called?
Nope.
Malibu Dan.
Nope. Second episode's called Carl is Dead.
I think it's Fred.
What's the first episode about? Anything. Give me anything from the first episode.
We don't see Emily. Is that a thing?
No, that doesn't count. We're 7 episodes in. Can we remember what happened 7 episodes ago?
Ship, man. My memory is failing me.
Just giving you some thinking music.
Oh, who was the guest? Maybe I could think of the guest.
There's no Bam Wallets. He's not in that one.
Isn't he in the first episode?
No. First episode, I got something. This has been a legitimate exercise for us, listeners. We could not remember anything, but I got something. It opens with that girl who won the spelling bee.
Oh, yes.
And Holiday hates her.
Akiva Shafir.
Yeah. Akiva Shafir.
Rainy Day was her last name.
Yes, you're right. It was Rainy Day. Nope, not going to get the first name. That's okay. Celeste Rainy Day or something like that.
Aria
Rainy Day. Yep. Damn, we're good, man. Hey, This is episode 7. Surprise party, surprise. We haven't gotten to what this episode's about yet.
The conference room.
Yeah, everyone's still cold even though the heating's fixed. Suck it. Go outside. If it's that cold in the building, it's not that cold outside. It's Malibu. Go outside. Stand in the sun. You'll be warmer in the sun.
Yeah, take off your pants and go outside.
Yeah, take off your pants and jacket. Second time I've mentioned that album on this show.
I mean, we do find out that Reggie definitely broke the heater the night before so he could get the ski gear and take it to his greedy home and go ski.
Pretty funny that he does that, considering neither of those would fit him. He's a bigger man than Dan and a way bigger man than Holiday St. Clair. And they are painted, those suits are painted onto those two characters. So for Reggie to be like, I'm going to wear them now. It's like, all right, calm down, Reggie.
Maybe he's going to make dolls and puppet Holiday and Dan around.
He's just going to smell the armpits on the Holiday St. Clair one. He's a
creep.
creep.
Man, they would probably smell so good and sexy.
But they wouldn't though, because they weren't sweating in them. They were cold.
Well, it was +10. They would probably be sweating.
Then they're insane. They're insane people.
Yeah, they're all insane people who Bam Wallet should fire.
Agreed. So Kate shows up at the office and is like, hey, Arlen, can you get the frick out of here for a minute? And he's like, okay. So he leaves. And then she's like, can everyone else leave? And so they all leave. And then she's like, Dan, I want you to throw a surprise party for Arlen on Saturday. And Dan goes, it's not his birthday. And she goes, I know. Let's throw a party for him, a surprise party. And he goes, okay. And then that's it. There's no why. Why would you do? We find out later why, but Dan never goes hey, that seems like a dumb idea. Why would we throw him a surprise birthday party?
Well, I'm suspicious immediately because why would Kate have anything to do with these people at all?
True.
These people suck.
They do. Not Nicole. Nicole's great. Nicole is my favorite of the crew at Wake Up Malibu because she's a millennial.
Yeah, but she's young. So still, why would Kate have anything to do with this young millennial?
Because Kate is young.
Yeah, well, she's hot.
It's true, yeah. Speaking of Nicole, though, her hair's got a touch of pink in it now, and it's a good look for her.
Yeah, it's a flare up.
Yeah, I mean she's glowing up. Bless up, Everyone's looking their best in this episode, except for Holiday, who just kind of looks like a witch. She just looks like a witch all the time. Sorry, David. I know that's your IRL wife, but she just looks like a witch in the show. Well, that's true, but I didn't want to bring that up. It's fresh. It's fresh, so I don't really want to.
Compassionate.
Well, I don't want to talk about the divorce. especially considering the line later on in this episode that seems like kind of a dig at her. It's very weird.
She loved it. I think it's the eyebrows. I'll mention the eyebrows every single episode.
Mhm.
They freak my bean, and not in a good way.
Oh, okay. What's up with them? Why are they so freaky?
They don't follow the line of her brow. They like ridge up and then go down.
Yeah.
Next episode, spend a good 5 minutes paused on her eyebrow, and you'll see.
Okay, sure, I can do that. Yeah. So then they gotta figure out how to throw a party for Arlen.
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything about Arlen, and they're like, "What is Arlen like?" And I wrote in all caps, "Booze."
Staying up late.
Yeah, exactly.
Booze.
Those bags under his eyes.
Strip joints.
Holiday St. Clair is wearing her a bunch of pearl necklaces, like one of those where it's one clasp, but then there's 5 pearl necklaces attached to it of kind of different. It's it looks like a big chunky thing, but she's wearing it backwards, so the clasp is in the front, and it's very distracting. Turn it around. Why didn't someone on the set go, "Hey, your necklace is backwards. Could you turn it around so you don't look ridiculous, please?"
I think front clasps are all the rage.
Oh, in Malibu, I forgot that they're trendsetters out there. You're right.
Yeah, the sun is hot, the buildings are cold, it's Malibu.
Everyone's wearing ski suits inside. Everyone take their place who's needed.
Dan is a real keener. He's really into putting in some work to make this a special day for Arlen, which, again, why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't even there's not even a line about he works really hard to make us happy, so we should do something to make him happy. There's not even that kind of justification. There's no justification. It's just, let's throw him a surprise party. Okay, sure. It's not his birthday for 2 months, I think he says, but why not throw him a party?
So they gotta invite Bam Wallets. So
Yeah.
Dan goes up to Bam Wallets' office, and Bam Wallets just goes off. He is ripping funny nobody's business.
He says he doesn't want to go to a party with them because he doesn't want to fraternize with the staff. And he goes, "What if I have to tear the studio down and build an automatic suicide machine?"
It's a sewage treatment plant, but
it is.
Yeah.
But in my brain, I heard automatic suicide machine, and it made me laugh.
Did you just
much
watch
harder.
the first episode of Futurama like I did?
No, I've just been thinking about killing myself, so got suicide on the brain, baby.
Oh no!
Oh, listeners, am I kidding? Tweeted us at PureBoysPod on Twitter to guess if I'm kidding or not.
Sewage treatment plant.
Yeah, Bam Wallace just talks total S to Dan and just
Yeah.
couldn't care. He's playing with a Russian nesting doll and just not listening to Dan at all and just talking nonsense, and he's great. He's great in this scene.
Yeah, you peel an onion, what do you get?
A smaller onion.
Exactly.
great back and forth between Dan gets him. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Is Dan's I understand my boss. You get an ogre. If you peel an onion, you get an ogre.
I genuinely like that joke. That's my type of humor. Is peeling an onion. What do you get? A smaller onion. Funniest thing I've heard on the show.
It was good. It was really good. I'll give him that for sure. Yeah. So then we back at the house, the whole crew of Wake Up Malibu shows up, and they're like, "We got your emergency text. Is Dan dead?" And Kate's like, "Nah, I was just kidding about that. I gathered you all here. I texted you all to tell you to come to the house." When what she's about to tell them could have been told over text. Instead, she makes them drive across Malibu to go to her house to be like, "Hey guys, actually, the party that we're throwing is not for Arlen, it's for Dan. Because because it's his birthday."
Yeah.
So it's even more insane that his birthday is on Saturday. Kate comes in and goes, "Let's throw Arlen a surprise party." And Dan goes, "It's not his birthday." And then what he should have said was, "It's my birthday instead."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah, but let's throw Arlen a party instead." And Dan goes, "Okay. I mean, it's my birthday, but okay, fine."
As a kid, I never understood how, like, in TV shows where they forget their own birthday, how that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, I kind of get it a little bit more. Like, sometimes you just don't give a F about your birthday. But I mean, this is an egregious error.
Yeah. I mean,
by
unless an odometer is rolling over to like another 10, right? Like
Yeah.
30, 40, unless you're getting those ones, then who cares? Everything in between is pointless, whatever.
It's cake.
That's depression talking. What we're describing is depression. I don't care about my birthday. Who cares?
I think it's aging. I think it's a little healthy to not give a crap about your birthday when you're
a grown man with a house and a wife.
Yeah, I got other things to do. Like devil sticks.
Ooh, that's pretty sick. There's one laugh in the laugh track that I've really come to love on this show. And it's like one guy who's like, yeah. Like he's just like this. There's like one laugh that just sticks out. It just cuts through all the rest of them. And I hear it every episode. I hear it 100 times every episode. Just one guy, yeah. He's great. I
think I've keyed on the same thing, but I swear it's more of a
Maybe it is like that. I have it written down as HYA. So I was going based on what I wrote. But yeah, you're probably right. It's probably more of like a
There is one guy that's just cutting through the noise.
Oh yeah.
And it's really fun to listen to.
Mm-hmm. Everyone hates Dan's positive attitude, so they send him on ridiculous errands. Like everyone's like, we hate him, so let's just send him on BS errands to keep him busy. So like we're gonna send him across town to buy a gluten-free cake and plaid balloons and a bunch of other nonsense that we're gonna tell him Arlen likes. Which like Dan's gonna spend a fortune on this stuff, only to find out that it's for his birthday party.
I perked up at plaid balloons. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, and the fact that Dan's like, you can't get plaid balloons, but it's like, well, why not? You're in America, baby. You could probably get plaid balloons.
Yeah, you can get marijuana nipple pasties. You can get plaid balloons.
You can get nipple pasties with your nipples on them. You can get plaid balloons.
Yeah, you could probably take a picture of your nipple and just send it to somebody on Etsy and get a nipple pasty of it.
No, that's going to land you in jail. You can't just take a picture of your nipple and send it to somebody on Etsy. That's crazy talk.
That is totally plausible and probably a thing.
That's fair.
And if it's not a thing, it should be.
It should be, yeah. Hey, send your nipple pictures. Send your nip pics to @PureBoysPod on Twitter.
Okay.
Address them all to Jonathan Taylor. Well, send your of-age men. Send your nip pics to Jonathan Taylor at PureBoysPod on Twitter.
And then you do something actually illegal.
That's not illegal. Of age.
It might be illegal.
It might be, actually. Don't do that, listeners. I was just joking around.
It's more adjacent to being illegal than sending a pure, person on Etsy your nipple.
I don't think so. I think that's worse because we're requesting it. You're like sending it to someone unannounced and provoked. You're just being like, here's my nipple. Like that seems like way more closer to what we would define as assault in 2021 than what we're doing, which is requesting of-aged men send us pictures of their nipples.
I am not sending random nipple pictures to people on Etsy.
Yes, you are.
I'm sending them.
Yes, you are.
No. A person already has an established business.
You're sending nipple pics to anyone on Etsy who will take them.
So they can make pasties.
That's ridiculous. You told me off air that you send 50 nipple pics to people on Etsy every day. That's how you start your day.
No, it's an established business that makes printable nipple pasties. And you know it.
We have 1 minute left. And we haven't even.
Oh no!
We haven't even gotten to Eric Estrada. Eric Estrada shows up, and he's ordered F-16s to fly over the house. Also, he's chartered a schooner to sail to Newfoundland for them. How would that work? They're on the other sides of the continent. Were you going to go through the Panama Canal? How are you going to get there, Eric?
They are getting richer and richer each episode, these parents-in-law.
Yeah.
They're frick you rich.
Yeah. They're call up a general and get him to fly F-16s. Clearly breaking some kind of laws to do that. F-16s over a house, over a residential neighborhood. People people 2 houses down would think that they were at war if that happened. They wouldn't go, oh, it's for Dan's birthday. They would go, oh my God, what's happening?
And then Erica Estrada, like, calls directly into, like, the Navy or the Air Force or whatever and cancels it.
Yeah.
You should not have that number.
Oh, no. Well, he's a powerful man.
Yeah. He's maybe the most powerful man. He's like Elon Musk, but in Malibu Dan the Family Man world.
He's yeah. Okay. We're at 30 minutes.
Emily ruins the surprise for Dan. Yeah. She's terrible.
Yeah.
For a cookie.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Keep going. More. Wrap it up.
She did it all for the cookie.
What?
And then Dan brings Arlen like 3 hours early for the party. And instead of just going along with the party that Kate planned and being surprised, he turned her around and gave her orange balloons that are yellow and a pie and some ragtime music that she likes. And he's like, oh, this is a party for you because I love you and you're the best wife.
Yeah, that is the stupid... That made me so mad at the end.
Yeah. That
he like ruined her plans. She was trying to do a nice thing for you, and instead you have to one up her nice thing by doing just doing a thing for her. That's not even that nice. To just be like, I bought you a pie and balloons, and I got you the music of Scott Joplin, the guy who invented ragtime music in the 1800s, which is your favorite kind of music apparently. What? Why? Who are you, Kate? What is your life? You love ragtime music? It's 2019 in this show.
Yeah, it was an extra turn that didn't need to happen whatsoever.
No. And also, it's Dan's birthday. It's his real birthday that day. And she goes, you don't have to give me a gift. And she goes, I need to give you a gift. And he goes, Kate, you are my gift. And the crowd goes, oh, and they should have gone, shut up. Just take the party, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, you could have had the exact same ending, shown up on time and been like surprised and been like, oh, what a lovely wife. End of episode, done.
Right? Yeah. Hey, you want to hear my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory about Dan's IRL marriage and the sneaky line in this show? He goes, so the whole crew of Wake Up Malibu is at the house, including Holiday St. Clair. Malibu Dan is real life wife in the real life. Yeah. And he goes,
real wife.
And he goes, best wife day isn't really a holiday. And then he looks at Holiday and goes, sorry, Holiday. And I went, that seems like a weird dig. It's like, it's not, but knowing what happens now in 2021, it seems like a weird thing, a weird hostile line to put in the show.
Yeah, that was probably one of those ad-lib lines that didn't need to be there where Dan just yucks it up and they left it in.
Yeah, and Holiday goes, what are you talking, best wife day? What do you mean? I'm your wife, real life.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a character in this wife.
Not in season 3, not in Revolutions.
We'll get her. Maybe we should cut Dan out and get Holiday to be the star.
Maybe we should use a Holiday hologram.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking. It'll look suspiciously like LL Cool J.
Whoa, hey, that's pretty good. Are you sure you're not thinking of Billy Ray Cyrus doing covers of LL Cool J songs?
How about Billy Ray Cyrus in a blonde wig that looks like Holiday?
How about Billy Ray Cyrus, if you're listening, send pics of your nipples to @PureBoysPod on
Etsy.com.
On Etsy.com. I love you.
I love you.
Come on.
We love you?
We love you. Come on. Play the song. There we go. Malibu Day. I'm just kidding about killing myself. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm just kidding. That was just a joke. I don't need an intervention.